Hey guys, wanted to do another garden update. Since I made my last video, we put all the tomatoes up on bamboo supports. So they're up off the ground, getting better airflow and light penetration. It's a lot easier to get around. I definitely don't recommend doing what we did and leaving them without supports to just grow out. They just ended up growing really lateral and bushy, and but I think we got them up off the ground in time, but they're still looking really good. Got some good tomatoes there. It's about ready to harvest. And then we trimmed up and pruned back the cucumber plants. We still need to prune back the roof because it's getting kind of heavy on the roof. We put these little barriers so that if they want to keep growing, they can grow up these instead of continuing to spread out on the ground. We still got to get some supports on these smaller tomato plants. But this last video I did, I was telling y'all about using the fermented pumpkin extract for the first time, and we were looking to see if it was gonna make any difference in the amount of tomatoes, the size of tomatoes, the quality of tomatoes. So the first thing I noticed is right after I applied the fermented pumpkin extract, that next week or so, we got a lot more tomatoes. And I thought, well, that's just was gonna happen anyways. The tomatoes are getting in the full swing of harvest, but then after a little while, the harvests are starting to decrease again. So makes me think that the fermented pumpkin extract did have something to do with getting more tomatoes there for a couple harvests. And then I didn't notice any huge tomatoes. I think that we were getting more consistently large, like around 1 pound tomatoes, and fewer little small ones there for after we watered with it. But I didn't notice any huge like pumpkin sized tomatoes or anything like that. And the quality, I think the flavor has gotten better in the tomatoes a little bit. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the fermented pumpkin extract or what, because we've been trying to do a few things different. But anyways, the fermented pumpkin extract is the stuff I bought. It's not the most economical to buy and use like that, but it's also sounds like it's going to be really easy to make your own fermented pumpkin extract. You still have to buy some inputs like the lactic acid bacteria. You'd need a sugar source like molasses as a food source for the bacteria. And then the product I use also uses EM1, which stands for effective microorganisms, and it's an microbial inoculant with 80 different species of microorganisms that are all beneficial for the soil and plants and stuff like that. So I would probably get some of that. I looked it up. None of that stuff is very expensive. And then for the plant material that you're gonna ferment, you can grow it or gather it. Weeds make great fermented plant extracts because they're native to your area. So they have stuff that's resistant to the pests that are in your area. They grow well for the environment. Whatever environment you're in, those plants are adapted to it. So the weeds that you pull out of your garden are usually a good option to make fermented plant extracts with. And then there's also biodynamic plants that you can grow, like comfrey and stuff like that. That's really good to use as well. So I'm gonna probably look into start making my own fermented plant extracts after seeing that, after observing the garden, after watering with that pumpkin extract. I think it's really helping and working. So yeah, for anybody who stayed with me till the end of the video, thanks for watching. Hope y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all on the next update.